We do this every single day to practice a little bit of consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we're about to put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little easier to stay consistent with, so that we can make some progress together. All right? I think it's time for us to get ready to begin. We're going to go ahead and do our 4 warm-up exercises, our 5 stretches, and the first one is the hip carve. Hip carves are going to go like this. We are going to stand up nice and straight and tall, fix my glasses, and then we're going to start by lifting one knee up into the air as high as we can. Lift, 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 lift. From here, we're going to flex our glute muscles. We're going to help pull that leg out to the side. Ooh, feel that contraction. And try to see if you can lift your knee up just a little bit higher. From here, we're going to rotate the leg. We're going to lift the heel up. But we're going to try and keep the knee in more or less the same spot as you rotate. All right? When your ankle disappears, it's turned invisible, we're going to keep rotating. We're going to bring the knee down a little bit while lifting the ankle as high as we can. You're going to feel a contraction here in your hamstrings, and that means it's working. From here, we're going to bring the leg down and back. When we bring it down and back from the front, it looks like your, below the knee has disappeared. But from the side, it's going to look a little bit like this. We're flexing the hamstrings. We're flexing the glutes. We're pulling the leg back. We're going to feel a stretch right here in the front. That is 1 rep. If that was a lot of information, do not worry. We're going to do this. I'm going to face you so it's easier to mirror me. We're going to do 10 reps on each leg, and you'll figure it out by the end. All right? Whew. That was a lot of talking. Let's go. Let's get started. Stand nice and straight and tall. Prepare to pull all your weight on one leg and hang your knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's 1. Hold on to something for balance if you need it. And that's 2. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 3. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 4. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 5. I'm super off balance today. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 6. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 7. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 8. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 9. Last 1. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. Whew. Those are some hip curls. And I just turned. Ooh. Is there a light I could turn on? Please? Okay, I guess not. All right. Continuing. We got another set of hip curls. Over here on this side. You ready? Let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 1. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 2. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 3. Keep going. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 4. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 5. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 6. High knee. Remember, these are all about using your own leg muscles to pull yourself into these crazy ranges of motions. Yours does not have to look perfectly like mine as long as you're trying your best to lift your knee up as high as you can. Opening as wide as you can. Rotating, bringing the ankle up, bringing the knee down, lifting that leg behind you as long as you're trying your best to do those things. No matter how tired you are, you're making progress in the right direction. Last 1, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. When you do these, when you contract your own muscles, you get stronger and more mobile at the same time. It's double duty, all right? That is going forward. We're going to go reverse now. And when we go in reverse, we're doing very much the same movements, but the order is a little bit funky. It starts like this. We're bringing the leg down and back. Then we're lifting directly to the side. We're rotating the knee down, ankle up, ankle down, knee up, and then we're going to bring that leg to the front to finish. I'm going to do them facing you so it's easier to mirror, but I want to show you it from the side so you kind of have a better understanding of what it looks like in 3D. All right? Let's do this. Hold on to something for balance if you need it, and back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 1. Back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 2. Back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 3. Keep going. Back. Side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 4. Back. Side, ankle, ankle, knee. Did I say 5 already? 6. Back. Side, ankle, ankle, knee. 7, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. 8, 2 more back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 9. Last one. Make it count. Contract those muscles. Lift, 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 lift back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 10. Whew, those are some reverse hip curls. We got one last leg to do. Give your body a little shake, a little wiggle, some relaxation, and breathe. Let's wrap things up. Let's do it. All of your weight is in one leg. Stand up nice and straight and tall. Hold on to something for balance. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 1. 9 more. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 2. If you're a regular, I want you to focus on trying to keep the rest of your body as stable as possible while you move your way through these positions. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 4. Again, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Did I say 5 already? I'm gonna pretend that was 5 in case I was wrong. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 6, back, side. I'm off balance. Ankle up, ankle down, knee. 7, 3 more back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 8, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 9, last one, make them count. Lift, lift, rotate, rotate, knee, and that's one. If your legs are really tired right now, all these muscles here in the hips are tired, maybe your calves, your ankles are tired, that's completely normal. And the good news is we're done with those. So let's get ready to move on into warm-up exercise number 2. They're called elephant walks. What I want you to do is fold at your hips. Bring your belly button down towards the ground. Fold, 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 fold. Fold some more. Keep folding. Fold. And here we are. From here, what I want you to feel is a stretch in your hamstrings. Doesn't have to be that crazy, and you don't have to lock out your knees. You can give them a slight bend if it's uncomfortable for you. All right? You might be somewhere between here and like down here, and that's absolutely fine. Okay? Wherever you are, we're just trying our best to bring the belly button down to fold a little bit more forward. And while you do that, your hamstrings are going to let you know that you're doing that. From here, we're going to bend one knee. We're going to straighten out the other leg a little bit. We're going to keep on trying to fold down. Then we're going to switch from side to side and switch again 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 and keep switching back and forth. Keep on feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. Both of them should be feeling it at least a little bit, and they'll feel it very differently because one leg is bent and one leg is straight, right? Take your time, slow it down, and for the next couple of seconds, I'm going to tell you about the rest of the show while we keep going. This is a 45 to 60 minute long live side split stretching and hip mobility show. What we're doing right now, this is hip mobility. We're folding forward. And we do this every single day to practice consistency, to build some community, to make the suffering that we're about to do a little bit more fun, a little easier to stay consistent with, and hopefully make some progress together. If you like the idea of working on your hip mobility, if you like the idea of maybe turning that into advanced hip mobility and working on some side splits, and you might need a little bit of help, or maybe 2 of 3, maybe even 1 of 3, you should probably hit follow, you should hit subscribe, and keep coming back because we do this live every single day, and we started about 10 minutes ago. Cool? All right. Now that you know what the show is all about, let's get ready to wrap up this warm-up exercise. From here, I want you to really focus on bringing your belly button down a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. When I say belly button down, I mean it, right? Your face coming close to the floor, it's not that important. What matters is your belly button coming down deeper. You can't cheat the belly button, but you can cheat the head with all this movement. All right? From here, we're doing 5 more. You ready? Knee, switch, 4, switch, 3, switch, 2, switch, 1, switch, 0. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on back into standing. That is our second warm-up exercise. We're moving on to number 30 right away. What we're going to do is actually go right back into the same thing that we were doing before. But before we do that, let's talk about the main portion. We're doing some thoracic rotation. The thoracic spine is here below your neck to about your belly button. And we're going to rotate. It might look like my arms and my shoulders are doing all the work because I'm wearing a black t-shirt, but we want every bit of your spine to be adding a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit until your upper body, your upper chest is looking like it's all the way rotated. All right? Now that you know the goal, let's get into the position. We're taking one leg, we're bending it. We're taking the other leg, we're straightening it out. We're folding our belly button down so that we're in the elephant walk position that we were just in. But this time, we're taking the arm from the bent leg side. We're reaching across to the straight leg. We're pushing off that straight leg to open up and rotate. From here, I want you to stick your arm up into the air the best as you can. It might be here, it might be here, it might be all the way over here. Wherever you are, it's perfect. Don't worry about it. All right? Rotate your neck to look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach over your shoulder. Woo. That is half a rep. When I say exhale, reach over your shoulder, I really mean it. Let all the air out of your lungs so it's easier for you to twist, easier for you to rotate. All right, other side. Bent leg, bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, rotate, reach. Woo. That is one. We're doing 5 of these in total. Slowly, take your time. If I talk fast, that's because I'm trying to make sure I explain a whole bunch of things. You do not actually have to move that fast. All right? Number 2, let's go. Bent leg, bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo, that's 2. Again on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. Again, other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Other side, inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo, that's 3. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That's 4. Other side, inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. We're going for number 5. You ready for this? Bent leg, straight leg. Folded forward. Arm on the bent leg side is reaching across to the straight leg. We're pushing off that shin bone to open up our chest. Extend your arm up into the air. Rotate your neck. Look at that hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. Last one, last one, last one. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That is 5. If your delts muscles, that's these things over here, the caps on your shoulders, if those are feeling tired, that's completely normal. Most of us don't spend that much time trying to reach all the way backwards like that. And if they're a little tired, don't worry about it because we don't need them for anything else in the rest of the show. All right, so it'll be fine by the time we're done. Next, we're going to move on into our 4th and final warm-up exercise. These are called Cossack switches. What I want you to do is open up your legs a little bit. Doesn't have to be crazy, just a little bit to start is perfectly fine. What we want to do next is to do a squat in one leg, which means we are coming down, bring our hips a little lower to the ground. I want you to bend that knee, come on down, squish. If you get stuck right around here, it's perfect. It's perfectly fine. All right. Wherever you are is a great spot to be. It is a great spot to begin at because we all have to make progress from somewhere. All right. If you've been doing this for a while, you might get a little lower, maybe a little bit lower than that, maybe even a lot lower than that, and that is also perfect. Cool? Because we're always only competing against ourselves. From here, we're going to try and mirror this position on the other side. So we're going to try and get to something that looks exactly like it, but on the other side. If you're a little bit higher up, it might look like this. Boom! And boom! And then you're back over on the other side. If you're a little lower to the ground, you might want to be close to a coffee table, an ottoman, something to give your hands a little support to help bring yourself over to the other side. If you're really low to the ground, you might be able to plant those hands on the ground and help yourself over to the other side. Once you're on the other side, I want you to sink deep into that squat. I want you to inhale, exhale, and see if you can drop a little bit deeper. And then come on back. Boom. Inhale, exhale. See if you can drop a little bit deeper. That's one rep. I know I've demonstrated at least like 3 or 4, but we're going to count it as one. All right? Hopefully you haven't been doing them and have also done 4 already. But if you have, we're doing 10 more. All right? Congratulations. You're doing 14. Let's go. Come on across. Sink into it. Come on back. Sink into it. Take your time. If you need to use your hands, absolutely use your hands. If you realize you don't need to use your hands, feel free to skip it. I think this is officially four, but it might be three. I probably should have counted, but it's okay. If you just do a couple more, you do a couple more. It's fine. It's good. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Across. And that. Here's five. If you're ready for something a little bit more difficult, you're like, this is easy. I got this. Feel free to lift your torso up, lengthen, stick your head up into the ceiling, stick your arms out in front of you to counterbalance, and keep going. Across and back. By the way, I'm doing these right now. I'm telling you about them right now, but that does not mean you have to be doing them. If you find a version that you're like, this is as hard as I can do right now, that's a perfect place for you to be. I just want to show lots of variations for the wide variety of skill ranges that might be here. All right? I think that's 8. We got 2 more. We're going to do some squats now. We're going to power through this one leg. We're going to come back into standing. So what I want you to do is take a small breath in. Then I want you to exhale with force and punch through the floor with your legs. All right? Let's do it. Inhale. Exhale, push. Oh, that's 9. Slowly come down on the other side with control, with some grace, and sink into that stretch. And then we're going to inhale, exhale, push. You ready? Inhale. Exhale, push. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's 9. We got one more. One more rep on each side. Number 10. Come on down with control. Inhale. Exhale. Sink into that stretch. Now we're going to inhale, exhale, push. You ready? Let's do this. Inhale. Exhale, push. Woo. That's 10. Other leg. Come on down nice and slow with control. Inhale. Exhale. Sink on down in. Let's get ready. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, push. And that is 10. And we are done with our 4 warm-up exercises. If that sentence scared you because you're like, what? That's a warm-up? What the heck? What comes after this? Don't worry. This is a side splits and hip mobility show. We need to warm up everybody's muscles, everybody's ankles, knees, hips, spine, so that you're prepared for the heavy-duty stretching that we're doing after. The cardio stuff, the high rep stuff, that's done. We're chilling, kind of, just a little bit. All right, let's get into our first stretch. It's a hamstring stretch. And I need you to go grab a little bit of cushion to pad your knee. I'm going to go grab a yoga mat right now. And if you have a yoga mat, perfect. Fold it once or twice, stick it under your knee, and you'll be ready to go. If you have something a little thicker, you might not need to fold it. If you don't have anything like this at all, which is perfectly okay, feel free to grab some dirty laundry, roll it up, stick it under your knee, and you're ready to go. If you have flip-flops, if you have sneakers that you won't wear anymore, but they have some squishy foam in them, feel free to, boom, smash your knees into them and use them that way. If you have couch cushions, negative pillows, anything with a little bit of foam, a little bit of cushion, that'll work just fine. All right? Now, once you have your knee cushioning, knee padding, I want you to come back into a kneeling position. I want you to kneel nice and tall. From here, I want you to extend one leg out in front of you while maintaining this nice straight line. And we're going to fold our belly buttons down to that thigh. You ready? Inhale. Exhale and fold. Woo! As soon as your hamstrings tell you, no more, no way, it's time for us to breathe and chill. All right, inhale. Exhale and relax, chill. Let gravity pull you down into the ground. Just relax and flop. We're going to do that again 4 more times. All right, inhale. Exhale and relax. That's 2. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 3. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 4. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 5. Hopefully, with all those breaths, you slowly found yourself drifting a little bit deeper into your stretch. If your back is a little bit rounded right now because you're relaxed, that's perfectly fine. If your back is rounded right now, but you're feeling all the tension in your neck, in your upper back, in your mid back, and you're desperately trying to smash your face into your knee to get your face down into the ground, and you're working too hard, relax. This is relaxation. It's chill. All right? There's a time and a place where you're focusing on folding. It's not now. We're going to add some movement. I want you to bring your knee up so that you're in this nice lunge position. I want you to fold your torso down towards that leg the best you can. If you're not quite flexible enough to do that and you're stuck a little bit higher up, that's perfectly fine. Just try your best. Then we're going to take our hands, we're going to put them down on either side of our legs for some stability, for some balance. And I want you to slowly straighten out that leg again. Bring your butt, your hips back, and feel that hamstring stretch build. That is the first one. We're going to do it 3 times. All right? Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Woo! Feel that hamstring stretch. Don't take that step too fast. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. And now it's time for us to fold a little bit deeper. What I want you to do is inhale, exhale, fold. We're going to take a huge breath into our lungs on the inhale. Then we're going to slowly exhale. And while we're exhaling, so at the same time, we're going to focus on bringing the belly button down towards the ground. I want you to try to contract your muscles. I want you to try to pull your belly button down towards the ground. And then we'll stop to inhale, exhale, relax. All right, let's go. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in, inhale. Slowly exhale and fold. Belly button down. Woo. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Let yourself fall into the stretch. Sink into there. Relax. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 3. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That's 4. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 5. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 1. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. And it's time for us to fold again. Inhale, exhale, fold. Y'all ready? Let's go. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, fold, fold. Belly button down towards the ground, down towards your thigh. Let's go. Fold. Woo. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 3. We got 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is 4. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, relax. I have a cramp going in my abs, so I'm not going to finish that one. But if you don't have a cramp, please keep folding. Whew. And now, knee up, chest down, straighten out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 1. Last 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. And we're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. And that's it for our stretch. Y'all ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. You can just focus on slowly breathing in and out if you want. If you felt like the inhale, exhale, relax was super helpful for folding forward, you can do that the whole rest of the time. 20, 19, inhale, exhale, relax. 16, 15, 14, inhale, exhale, relax. 12, 11, 10, inhale, exhale, relax. 7, 6, 5, 4, inhale, exhale, relax. 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Bring your legs in underneath you. Come back into that lunge for a second. Bring your legs underneath you so you're back into that kneeling position. Flex your glutes like somebody's about to spank you. Go, oh, protect your butt. And then pretend like somebody's about to punch you in the abs and go, oh, protect your abs. Once you have contracted both sets of muscles, your core and your glutes, the biggest group of muscles in your body, it's kind of working again. We're ready to move on to the other leg. Kneel up nice and straight, extend the leg forward, and let's get ready to fold. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Whee! Oh, as soon as your hamstring,
What are you doing? That's crazy. We're going to chill and relax. All right. Inhale, exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Let your body flop into that leg. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That is two. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is three. Keep going. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is four. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is five. Knee up, chest down, straighten out. Let's go. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's one. Feel that hamstring stretch. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's two. Again, knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's three. And it's time for us to fold a little bit deeper. Y'all ready? Try to keep that back nice and kind of straight. And we're going to inhale, exhale, fold. You already know the drill. Let's go. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale, fold the belly button down. Let's go. Fold, 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 fold. Woo! Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is two. Those last couple of breaths felt a little bit fast, so we're going to slow it down just a little bit. And one more. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your third. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That's four. Another. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is five. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. Ooh. Hamstring. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's two. Another one. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's three. And guess what? It's time for us to fold a little bit deeper. It's the last one, I promise. You ready? Inhale, exhale, fold. You know the drill. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold that belly button down. Fold, fold, fold. Woo. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into the stretch. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Again, inhale. Exhale, relax. That's three. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is four. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, relax. That is five. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's one. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's two. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's three. We're hanging out for 30 seconds and we're done. If you want, you can do the inhale, exhale, relax the whole time. Inhale, exhale, relax. 27, 26, 25. Inhale, exhale, relax. 20, 19, 18. Inhale, exhale, relax. 12, 11, 10. Inhale, exhale, relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. If that felt like a lot, that was because it was a lot. All right, and we're done with it now. What we're going to move on into next is called the butterfly stretch or the tailor's pose. If your floor is real slippery, I recommend you keep your mat down. If you don't have a mat, don't worry about it. You can deal with that next time if you find out your floor is real slippery. All right. What I want you to do next is to bring your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head up against the wall. You're leaning back. Feel that nice, straight, tall posture for a second. Be like, huh, that's what straight feels like? And now, grab your feet, bring them together, pull them in towards your groin area. All right. This is a starting position for the butterfly stretch. It's also called the tailor's pose, depending on where you are in the world. What we're trying to do here is feel the stretch in our inner thighs. The way we do that is by bringing our knees down into the ground. I want you to get stronger whenever we're training. So I want you to use your glute muscles and your outer thigh muscles. I want you to use them to actively pull your knees towards the ground. If you're feeling more tension here in the inner thighs, if you're seeing your knees go down into the ground, even if it's just a little bit, you're moving in the right direction, and that's what we're doing. Next,
And the hard part here comes from this third step. We're taking our hands, we're applying a little bit of pressure here just inside of the knee. All right. If you're high up, it's okay. If you're low down already, it's okay. All the instructions are going to stay the same. Just do the best that you can do. We're going to breathe. We're going to take a big breath in, inhale. We're going to exhale. Nice, long, deep exhale. On the exhale, I want you to push your arms a little harder, to push your knees a little deeper into the ground. We're going to breathe 6 times. It's going to be about 30 seconds. And each time we exhale, I want you to push your legs down a little bit deeper. If it gets too intense, you can always stop. All right? But until it gets too intense, keep on pushing. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale, push. That's three. Three more times. We're halfway. Inhale. Exhale, push. That's four. Inhale. Exhale, push. That's five. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, push. Whew. That is 6 times. Let your wrists relax. Let your legs come up. Relax. Move your arms around like you're doing a little wave. Flap your wings of your butterfly like the wings of a butterfly and get a little bit of movement back into your wrists, into your arms, and into your thighs. All right? Once you've done this for a couple of seconds, your legs are moving a little better, a little smoother. The tension in your wrists have gone away, at least a little bit. We're ready to move on into our third stretch. We're going to do some standing pancake. All right? For the standing pancake, you don't need any padding anymore. So I'm going to roll this up and put it off to the sides. And we're going to get into it by doing this. Open up your legs just a little bit. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. The pad fell. From here, we're going to fold. We're going to bring our belly buttons down towards the ground. Whee! As soon as your hamstrings are stuck and they tell you no more, this is our starting position. For most of us, you're going to look like you're somewhere between here and probably like here. All right? The reason why we're doing it standing is because when you extend your arms up like this, you get a crazy amount of gravity pulling you down. Gravity is going to stay the same. It's just leverage is going to make it feel crazier. All right? And if your balance is not so good, you can absolutely grab a seat. If you sit on something, open up your legs a little wider, and then proceed to fold forward and let gravity pull you down into the ground, that will be the same. The reason why we do the standing variation is because the closer you are to horizontal, the more intense gravity will feel. For people who have less flexibility, if you're sitting on something low, you might not feel any stretch at all because you're not leaning far enough forward. All right? So, if you're new and you need to stay seated because your balance isn't so good, try to sit on something a little bit higher. Make sure whatever you're seated on is pushed up against the wall so that it doesn't slide out from underneath you when you're leaning super far forward. All right? Now that we've covered that, let's get into our forward fold. Our legs are going to go a little bit wider. How wide you want to go is completely up to you. If you want to go and stay right here, not super wide at all, perfectly fine. Fold, 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 fold. Extend the arms in front of you and keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. And 30 seconds. Let's do it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hands down. Bring your legs back in together. Wiggle your toes, your heels, your toes, your heels, your toes in slowly if you need to. And walk your hands up your legs. We're done with stretch number 3. It's time to move on into stretch number 4. I am pretty confident we did figure 4 stretch yesterday. So it's time for some pigeon. Both stretches fundamentally look a little bit like this. You don't have to do this yet. I'm just going to demonstrate. We're taking one leg, we're crossing it over to the other side, so we're making this triangle. We're grabbing this leg to bring it up towards our belly button. We're bringing the belly button down towards our leg by folding forward, because everything is about folding forward. You're going to feel a stretch here in the side of your hips. That is a glute muscle. And you're going to feel a little bit of pressure here where your leg is actually doing the folding, and you might feel something in your hamstrings. All right? When we do the pigeon, we take this position and we just bring it to the floor. Boom. Come on down. From here, I want you to fold this middle line down your body, in between your eyes, down your nose, down your mouth, down in your belly button. I want you to fold it to the midpoint between your knee and your ankle. All right, right here. And that's basically the whole thing. Fold, 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 fold some more, keep folding, boom. If you're feeling it in your glutes, if you're feeling it in your hamstrings, if you're feeling the front of your hips, you're done. That's the pigeon stretch. There are a couple of ways you can make this a little bit more complicated, a little bit more intense. And we're going to talk about that right now before we begin. All right? You can absolutely leave your leg just flopping out to the side. Perfectly fine. Because we still get to the main part of the stretch, which is in this glute muscle. You can also sort of leave that leg slightly bent and off to the side. It's going to put some pressure here in this part of your hip, but you can still get all of that forward fold going from there. There's another version of the pigeon stretch that looks a little bit like this. Our leg is crossed in front of us, and we're extending this leg back behind us. You're going to feel a whole bunch of pressure just above the knee or in the knee. You're going to feel some pressure here where you're feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. And for some of us, it's going to be really hard, really challenging. What you can do to make it a little bit easier on yourself is to elevate your front leg. When that leg is up, chances are your hips are going to come up. And if your hips are going to come up, there's going to be way more room for your knee to not be smashed into the ground. So you can get into a more comfortable version of the stretch. And you can do all of the forward folding as before while adjusting for a stretch that works for your back leg. All right. For us, this back leg isn't that important. We're focused mostly on that glute stretch. But for hip mobility, for hip flexibility, that back leg is still cool. So don't feel pressured to choose any which way. Find one that's comfortable for you, that works for you, and you can go ahead and get started with that one. All right? Let's do it. Midpoint, middle line, extend your leg however you want to, and keep your hips low. That's your first priority. And then fold your chest down towards your legs. Inhale. Exhale, relax and fold. Melt into the floor, turn into a little pile of jello, and sink, 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 sink. Exhale. Drop your chest, drop your belly button down. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26. If you're a first timer or you're new to this in general, just relax your body, let your face sink into the floor, and, kiss the floor a little bit. If you are a regular, you might find that it's a little bit more challenging if you try to straighten out your back. You'll feel the stretch happening in your glute muscles a little bit more, and it'll be like, ooh, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. We're going to do the other side. Bring the other leg across and do whatever you want with this other leg. You can leave it off to the side, you can bend it, you can stick it back behind you. Whatever the case, keep your hips low and then fold your middle line down to that midpoint in your leg. Ready? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Sink into the floor, turn into a little pile of jello, and 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 7, 6. Remember regulars. Straighten out that back. Feel the tension. Oh, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. If you have never been on this live before, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We haven't done any side splits because we're doing that now.
Everything we've been doing so far has been working on our hip mobility, building some strength, working on some flexibility, relaxing some muscles. We've been preparing for this right here, the side splits. All right. What I want you to do is grab a couple of things and also hit follow and subscribe if you enjoyed the show so far. What I am grabbing right now is 38 pounds of kitty litter. Yesterday, I wasn't sure that this was kitty litter. I thought it was wipes for the paws, and I don't know why I thought that, but it's kitty litter. And you don't need to use kitty litter. The purpose of the hand support, what I'm asking you to grab, is to let you do this. Put your hands on something so that you're carrying some of the burden of your body weight in your arms and not just using your legs to hold it. Okay? So, whatever you use for hand support, it just needs to be sturdy enough that you can put your weight into it and it won't collapse or break, and light enough that you can move it out of the way if you need to. 38 pounds of kitty litter might not be light enough for you, so you have to adjust to figure out what works for you. All right. Usually, I use a folding stool that's about 8 inches off the ground, but I have multiple folding stools because I'm not very tall and I need a lot of help sometimes to reach things on the top shelf. So, if you have a taller folding stool, that might also work. Instead of putting your hands on the top of the folding stool, you might be able to put your forearms on the top of your folding stool, and that will be perfect. That same idea applies for kitchen chairs. If you have a coffee table, if you have an ottoman, as long as it's easy enough to move out of the way when you need a little space, that'll be fine. Cool? Have you grabbed something? I hope you've grabbed something because we're going to move on. I want you to take your hand support and I want you to bring it to a wall. I want you to move your butt so that's touching the wall. Your feet can be slightly in front of you. They don't have to be touching the wall, but your butt, I want touching the wall. Open up your legs a little bit wider, and we're gonna fold forward. Whee! Put your hands on your hand support. Let your legs go a little bit wider. Let your butt slide down the wall. From here, hands are on a hand support right in front of us. Legs are a little bit wider. Heels are down, toes are down. Butt is against the wall. The goal of the hand support and the butt support, the wall, is to basically give you only the option to go straight down, not for you to lean super far forward, fall backwards, lean forwards, none of that, because we got support. All right. When your legs are a little bit wider, it doesn't have to look like this. Your version might look like this. We're gonna rotate our legs. We're gonna rotate the legs so that it does this. Our heels are down, our toes are pointing out and up, our knees are pointing out and up. Our inner thighs are pointing forwards. All right, we're going to do this on both sides. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up, inner thighs are pointing forward. This is important because there's this lumpy part of your thigh bone that if you just try to go like this all the way out, it's going to smash into your hips. It's going to hurt. When you rotate the leg like this, that lumpy part kind of goes behind you, goes into the butt cheek, and then you don't have to worry about it ever again. All right, so now that you are here in this position, slowly sink down into the ground and relax, chill. What we're looking to do right now is to adjust your hand support, adjust your butt support, adjust your feet so that you find a spot where you're almost comfortable-ish, right? You're not leaning too far to one side. You don't feel like you're about to tip over. You don't feel like you're about to lose balance. You don't feel like you're about to slip. And from here, we're going to breathe. Inhale. Hold that breath. Hold. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretched out position. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Let your butt slide down the wall. Right now, my hands are touching my thighs, and my thighs are touching the hand support. My butt is pushing against the wall. My legs and butt are pinched basically against the wall to keep me supported, to keep this position a little easier to get into. We're going to breathe again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. From here, we're going to add a little bit of a wiggle. If you can push your leg out to the right a little bit, great, do it. If you can push it out to the left a little bit, great, do it. Right and left and right and left and right and left. If you're not going anywhere, don't worry about it. It's time for us to do side split number one. Right now, your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are pointing up. Your version might look a little bit higher up like this, and that's okay. And we're going to hang out for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is side split number one. Slide your hand support out of the way. If you can, walk your hands forward just a little bit. Create some room so you can bring your legs in underneath you. Take it slow. Take it with control. Oh, bring your legs in. Grunt, groan. Make as many sound effects as you need to. And chill. Breathe. Relax. Whew. Whew. That is side split number one. When you have some relaxation going across your legs, once you've recovered a tiny little bit, we're going to come back into standing. We're going to shake out our legs. We're going to shake out the tension. I want you to hold on to something for balance. And when you're ready, I want you to shake out your ankles. We're flapping the ankles around. Go forward, go backwards, go side to side, do some circles. Have some fun with it. You don't have to shake super hard or aggressively right away. If you feel like it's comfortable to do so, feel free to make it a little bit more intense if you want. The goal of all of this is to see your ankles flop around, see your calves flop around, see your legs look like they're made of soggy, overcooked noodles, and that's how we know those muscles are pretty relaxed. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Switch, 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 or shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. Take a look at your ankles. Make sure they look like they're relaxed. If they're tense, they will look like this. They will look like one solid piece. It's not what we want. We want every joint to articulate and flop around and go. All right. Once your legs feel like they might be a little looser, take a couple of steps. Do a little dance move. And if you're ready, we're going to move on into our hips. I want you to put all of your weight into one leg and the big toe or the ball of your foot down on the other one so that your knee is slightly bent. And then I want you to rotate so that the knees are touching and then rotate so that this knee is pointing directly out to the side. We're going to use the inner thigh muscle right here to help do that. And then we're going to use our glute muscles to do the other way. I want you to bring the knee in and knee out and in and out and in and out and in and out. This is called hip rotation and is real good for you. So as you build some control, as you build some pizzazz, have some fun with. All right, other side. All your weight in one leg. Big toe is down, in and out, and in and out 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 and in and out. Whew, that's about, I don't know, 9 reps on each side. We're good. It's time for you to shake out your legs just a little bit more. Flop around, wiggle just a little bit more, and we're gonna get ready for side split number two. Y'all ready? Let's go. Grab your hand support, bring it in front of you, butt up to the wall, rest it there, let the legs go a little bit wider, and fold. Whee! Hands on your hand support, butt against the wall, legs go a little bit wider. Find a comfortable-ish position and rotate the legs. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Inner thighs are pointing forward. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up. Inner thighs are pointing forward. Let your hips drop a little bit lower. Adjust your hand support so it's right in front of your legs. And let your butt slide a little deeper down into the wall or down the wall. From here, we're going to find a comfortable spot to breathe. Relax, chill, sink into a deeper stretch. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Third time, let's do it. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. Whew, that's 3. Optional wiggles to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And if you're not going anywhere, it's time for side split number 2. You have some options. I'm going to push this out of the way to demonstrate first, and then we can put it back and use hand support later. I want you to lean forward this time. Before we were sitting back, our heels were down, our toes and our knees were pointing up. This time, I want your knees and your toes to be pointing up at a diagonal around 45 degrees. I want you to lean forward into your hands. So it looks like you're about to do a push-up. All right? This way, you're going to put the emphasis of the stretch on your inner thigh muscles. That's where we want it, and that's ultimately the most important part for your side splits. From here, we're holding for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. If you're using hand support, you might find it's actually a little bit harder because you're leaning back more and you're putting more weight into your legs. Experiment with it. See what makes you feel like you're getting more out of the stretch. If you want to feel a little bit more intensity in the legs, you can bend your elbows. That will probably put more weight into your legs and it'll be like 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Move your hand support out of the way. If you can, walk your hands forward, bring your legs in underneath you. Take it slow, take it with control. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. And find a chill spot. Kneeling, sitting, squatting, whatever you want. Catch your breath. Relax. Woo. And let's come back up and shake it out. Woo-hoo. Shake, 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 shake. Remember, we're just letting the ankles flop around from side to side, back and forth. We want that leg to look like it is made of overcooked noodles, overcooked spaghetti, pasta, angel hair. And we're going to do the other leg. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Keep on flopping. Keep on shaking. And whoo. When your legs are feeling okay, you take a couple of steps, make sure everything is doing good, do a little dance move, and let's rotate the hips. All your weight is in one leg, big toe is down, or the ball of your foot is down. Bring the knee in and out. The previous time we did it, I might have made it too dancy, too much fun, but I want you to know that all that is moving is this bone right here in the hip socket. All right? And everything else is basically staying put. But I mean, this part of your foot and your leg follows the knee doing this thing. But movement is coming from the hip and the thigh bone. Cool? All right. In and out and in and out and in and out. And in and out and in and out and in and out. And then let's do the other side. All your weight is one leg, big toe is down and in and out. And in and out and in and out and in and out. And in and out and in and out. And whoo. Shake out your legs. Quick shake so that we can get into side split number 3. No, don't forget on time. All right. You ready? Hand support in front of you, up against the wall, butt up against the wall, feet slightly in front. Let your legs go a little bit wider and fold. Whee! Hands on your hand support. Let your legs go a little bit wider and let's rotate those legs. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up, inner thighs are pointing forward. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up, inner thighs are pointing forward. Adjust your hand support, let your butt slide down the wall. Find a comfortable position to breathe. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. And optional wiggles from side to side, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And if you're not going anywhere, it's time for side split number 3. You got the option of 2 different types of stretches for stretch number 3. You can do the first one, where we had our toes pointing up, our knees pointing up, our head pointing up. We have the second one, where we leaned a little bit more forward and we felt it more in our inner thighs. The inner thigh one is really important because at the end of the day, that is the one that's going to help you get the side splits. But you can do a little bit of number 1 too, over as you're getting into it. All right. Pick whichever version that you like. I'm going to get into side split number 2, and I'm going to do a slightly different variation than before. You ready? I'm going to hold for 40 seconds. Stay for as long as you want. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, put your hands down. Ah. If this feels crazy, take your time. Go slow. Don't push yourself too hard as you come out of that stretch position. Take it with control. Oh, grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That is our third and final side split. Congratulations, we've done all the hard stuff. Now it's time for some of the easy stuff. Y'all ready? Let's go. Come on up into standing. Ugh. Oh, maybe not so easy, but easier stuff. Shake out your legs. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. And drop that leg. Other side. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Whew. Ready for the hips? Let's go. In and out. And in and out and in and out and in. And out. And in and out and in and out. Other side. In and out, and 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 in and out. Did we already do two? In and out, and in and out. That's probably fine. Give your legs a nice solid shake, and we're done with the meat of our workout. We got two last joint checks left. Catch your breath. Relax. And let's do some hip circles. After all that stuff that we did to our hips today, we're going to slowly move through some circles, work on every single angle that your hips can get into so that you can do a couple of quick joint checks. All right? Pop that hip out. Boom. You are Shakira working on some isolation drills, popping those hips out. Boom. Butt behind you, out to the side. Push it forward. Feel that stretch here in the hip flexor. Come around. Pop that hip back out. Boom. Woo. And forward and around and back and forward and around. Whew. Once you're done, a couple of reps one way, switch, start on the other side. If something feels really tight, feels like you want to spend some extra time on it, feel free to just pop your hip out, get into that position, hang out for a little bit, and give it some extra love. But otherwise, we're going to move on into our calf raises. Our calf raises look a little bit crazy. If you're a regular, you've been doing this for a while, they're not going to be that crazy for you. But for everybody else, brand new to the show, they're going to be a little bit crazy. What I want you to do is open up your legs about hips width apart. All right? Not super wide, not super close, about hips width apart. If it's a little bit bigger than that, that's fine too. All right? From here, we're going to pop into a little bit of a squat. And our squat, I want it to look a little bit like this. I want you to lean really far forward so that your center of balance is like kind of out here. And it's going to make your toes work really hard to grip into the ground to keep you from toppling over. If you're not feeling that just yet, lean forward a little bit more. Okay? Next, we're going to push our knees forward as well. When you do that, now your center of gravity is really forward, but you're also feeling that stretch in your Achilles tendon, in your calves, and your toes should be really squeezing the floor to keep you from falling forward. Because the only thing that's keeping you from falling forward is your toes pushing into the ground at this point, because you're like way leading. All right? From here, hold on to the floor, hold on to your hand support, hold on to a wall for some balance support, and we're going to do some calf raises. Again, lean forward, knees forward, feel the contractions in your calves, up and down. Use the hand support if you need it. Skip it if you don't. Push those knees forward, reset, chest forward, knees forward, up and down. That's 3. Keep going up and down. That's 4 and up and down. That's 5 and up and down. We can slow it down a little bit if you need to take a quick break. And let's do a couple more. Up and down. Put your hands on your hand support to make them a little bit easier. And up and down and up and down and up and down. All right. Once your calves are telling you please stop, or your quads are telling you please stop, or maybe your low back is telling you please stop because you were doing the sorority squat for so long, you can go ahead and stop. What we just did challenged our toes, challenged our arch, challenged our Achilles tendon, our calves. We went from a stretched position to a fully contracted position. Our quads, our low back were firing because we were holding that sorority squat looking position. And we got our hips, our knees, our ankles all working. So If you're able to do most of that movement, 75, 80% of it, chances are you're probably going to go back to doing whatever else you have to do for the rest of the day. So, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in, practicing some consistency, working on your side splits, working on your hip mobility, because we're done. That's it. Book says see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Book. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being super ultra consistent. And also signing off every single day with see you tomorrow. um, what else do I need to tell you? Most of the content that I make outside of this live is about trying to make fitness a little bit more fun, give you some ideas of what you can do when you got 2 minutes to spare, when you're waiting for coffee to come out your machine, when you're waiting for your lunch to heat up in the microwave. And so if you hit follow, if you hit subscribe, some of those ideas will be sent to you hopefully by the algorithm, and you can add that in to your life. If you're otherwise going to doom scroll anyway, hopefully you can spare 40 seconds. I mean, do a little tiny bit of movement, a little bit of exercise. It doesn't even have to be crazy for you to feel much better. A lot of stiffness, maybe in your back, in your shoulders, comes from when some of your muscles are firing really hard and some of your muscles get a little lazy. When you intentionally work your way through those muscles, they tend to wake up the sleepy ones and move the stiff ones, and it helps you feel a lot better for very, 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 very little intensity. So don't sleep on what a minute of something like this can do for your shoulders, or a minute of this can do for your shoulders, or what a minute of this could do for your shoulders. And same for your low back and your hips. A lot of people wake up or they get out of the car and they're all stiff and they're like, ugh, and limping around like this. Instead of not moving, if you focus slowly on intentionally doing those hip circles, getting your low back activated, doing some cat cow, even if you're in a seated position, doing some side bending, it can go a long way towards making you feel and move a lot smoother. You don't even need that much time. 10 seconds from side to side. If you notice a big difference or even a little bit of a difference, you know 10 more seconds can make a huge difference, right? So you don't need to run a full 2 minute thing in your head and go, oh my God, it's going to take a whole 2 minutes. You can do 10 seconds and be like, huh, I think that does feel better. And if it works, then keep adding more until it stops feeling like it makes a difference. And then you're done. 2 minutes can make you feel a whole lot better. And that is, what I hope you take away from the show. So that's you add in a little bit of movement here and there, you get a little less stiff, and you just enjoy moving. Even if it's not a full workout at the gym, you enjoy moving. Cool? All right. That is a good time for me to solve this TikTok puzzle so it doesn't kick me out for being a bot. And I'm not a bot, obviously, but when I don't interact with the chat, when I don't touch the screen for too long, it does crazy things like try to kick me out. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take a look at the chat and we'll wrap up for today. Over on YouTube, Keisha, welcome back. Says this was great, Ken. This lighting and background was so zen. Thank you. Oh, nice. I'll be here for a couple more days, so at least another week. So enjoy it. Keisha says, can you do more 2 minute desk office workouts so I can keep moving at work? I walk holding my back like that when I sit at my desk alone. Absolutely. I can. Yeah, my friend's office desk looks super cute, so we'll make that happen. Thank you for the advice, or thank you for the direction for how to focus my next couple of days while we're here. All right, let's see. Queen says that's a great idea. Okay, we got a vote of support for making more stuff like that. Guess the money says, can you make a tutorial for a bridge, please? I wish I could. My thoracic extension, my upper chunk of the back is really not that good at bending backwards. All right, so I wish I could, which means I can't because I don't have a particularly good bridge. And I don't think I'll give you very good information because I have an old injury in my back that realistically I probably never even tried to really properly rehab from, but it stopped hurting one day and I was like, oh, cool, look at that, it's done. And maybe that's not the best way to deal with that problem, but I've had bad upper back mobility for a long time. And at some point, I thought I would be able to get my side splits quite a bit sooner and start working on the back bridge. It's kind of like that, and shoulder mobility is my next priority. And maybe when it is the next thing that we do, then I'll be able to make you a better tutorial. But right now, my tutorial is not going to be very good. So I cannot. You're going to have to find somebody else. I'm sorry. All right. Lois says, thanks. Welcome back, Lois. Good to see you. GX sending awesome emojis. What is that? Is that a hand holding up something? I can't even tell what that is. Oh, that's a dude doing yoga. The dude just happens to be blue and have yellow arms. That doesn't make any sense. But that's that's cool. Thank you. Queen OI says 1000% because they're enjoying the lighting and the nice paintings in the background. Oh man, I gotta redo my home office. We'll refilm this regularly because apparently I need better lighting and I need paintings. Noted. All right. What else we got? Keisha says, good evening, Splits family. Jack says hello, and Lois says hello. Welcome back, everybody. There's a whole bunch of people on the live. There's like 8 people over on the YouTube live. Welcome, welcome. All the people who have not commented. Feel free to do so. Everybody's, pretty nice and kind to each other for the most part on YouTube, especially Keisha, Jackson, Lois, who are here pretty much every single day, or at least a couple times a week. And let's pop over to TikTok and see what we got going on. Traveler Roxy says, thank you so much. Kat says, thank you, Ken. Good night. Good night. Good night. And somebody whose name looks like a peace sign, whose actual name is Mellow Yellow Dragon, says, I have a cam lesion and bursitis in my hip, bruh. I don't know if that means, no, actually, if you got all those things, it's probably in your best interest to not do our workout because it's very easy to irritate your bursitis, and it's not going to make you very happy the whole rest of the day, and maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. So, irritation is what you're avoiding. I don't know what you should be doing. I got no idea because I have zero expertise in that. But yeah, if you feel like the answer is don't want to do this, that's okay. I totally understand. Dennis says strong. Um, do you take 5 amino doing this? I don't know what that means. Is that like a supplement with like a lot of caffeine or something? Because you think my energy is high, or I sound a little crazy? Because if that's what it is, no, I don't. I just am so excited by the life and hanging out and doing exercises that I sound a little crazy. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? The number of people on the live is dropping pretty fast. So I don't think I need to go that far. Itai, welcome back. It's good to see you. Says thank you again for suffering with us. You're very welcome. I am happy to suffer because I also want to work on those side splits, right? This is a side splits and hip mobility show. It started because I was like, I really want to get my side splits. I'm not going nearly as fast as I thought, but that's a pro for you guys because that means you get to join in and we get to all do them together. Practice a little bit of consistency, work on building that community, support each other in our crazy side split goals. And side splits is just advanced hip mobility. So you got to build hip mobility along the way. And pretty much everybody can benefit from a little hip mobility, right? Or a little bit more hip mobility. Worden Pinay says that felt so good. Good. Good, 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 good. Buddha says crazy late. Don't worry, Buddha. You're here like 7 days a week. If you are a little late for one day here and there, it's not a big deal. Jasmine says, thank God for yoga. Jasmine says, yeah. Amelia is back. Sending some hearts. Thank you, Amelia. And I'm going to scroll up real fast to see if there's anything else we need to address. Chase says, hello. Sends lots of gifts. Thank you. And the cat split. I think that is the majority of the chat from today. That means we've had a pretty quiet live, I think. Cool. Sweet. Buddha says, I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm here. Welcome back, Buddha. And Itai says, that was great as always. Cool. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for sending good vibes. Thank you for supporting each other in the chat because it makes a huge difference. It can be really intimidating to get into some of the positions, especially when I'm doing them, right? I've been doing this live for hundreds and hundreds of days. So in some of these stretches, I've made a lot of progress and I'm looking real deep and real close to the ground. And I don't want you to be intimidated because the instructions that I give apply to pretty much everybody. I've been using the same instructions for basically the whole entire time, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of days. I'm actively doing the stretches with you, right? I'm not just telling you the instructions and like walking you through them. I'm actively doing them and suffering through them because I want to get deeper in all of those stretches and I want to become more flexible. So when I'm doing them, it looks crazy. It's because I've got hundreds of more days of experience than some of you who are joining in for the first time. So if you do feel like that was crazy, it's okay.
The instructions are the same. We're always just trying to fold forward a little bit more. We're always trying to breathe. We're always trying to relax. And as long as you follow the instructions more or less, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Cool. Sheena says, thank you, young princess. I'll try to make it tomorrow. Amazing. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, young prince. Make sure to comment when you arrive so that I can see it at some point and welcome you back. All right. All right. That's it. I'm closing out for the day. Gonna go hang out with my friends. I'll see you all real soon. Tomorrow's live starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time, just as usual, 6 p.m. Pacific. And we'll be doing more of the same side splits and hip mobility. See you soon. See you soon. Goodbye.